Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Dakota, the place where we uncover the secrets buried in these weighty corporate documents. And trust me, this one has a little surprise that makes you question when exactly things are happening. Today we're diving into a filing from OFS Capital Corporation, and let me tell you, it is not what you might expect. We're looking at a report that tells a story of money moving around. Specifically with some notes that are coming due, but the real twist is when it all goes down. Stick around because this has some interesting implications. And before we get too deep, if you find value in getting these financial insights explained simply, make sure you are subscribed. We also have a fantastic Discord community linked in the description below where we discuss these filings and more. So what we have here is a Form 8K filing, which is basically an announcement for major events that shareholders need to know about right away. Think of it as a company's way of saying, stop the presses, something important just happened or is about to happen. OFS Capital Corporation is a company whose stock you can find trading on the NASDAQ. They have their common stock listed there, and they also have a couple of different types of notes out there, like these 4.95% notes due in 2028 and 7.5, 0% notes due in 2028. Now, why are we talking about notes that are due in 2028 on a filing dated the 8th of January 2026? Well, it relates to something called redemption. The main point of this filing is about their 4.75% notes that were originally due in 2026. Now, most companies have to wait for their debt to mature, meaning the date it is supposed to be paid back. But sometimes, like in this case, companies have an option, a right to pay back that debt early, and that is called redemption. It is like having a coupon to pay off a loan before it is fully due. So, on the 8th of January 2026, OFS Capital Corporation announced that they are going to redeem, or pay off early, all of their outstanding 4.75% notes that were set to mature in 2026. They're paying back a total of $16 million now. Here is where it gets a little interesting with the timing. The notice was issued on the 8th of January 2026, but the actual date they will pay off these notes, the redemption date, is the 9th of February 2026. That is almost a full month after the date of this report. This means they are telling the world that they are going to pay this money back on a future date. From a company's perspective, why would they want to pay back debt early? Well, it usually comes down to interest rates. If interest rates have fallen since they originally issued these notes, they might be able to borrow money at a lower rate or use their existing cash to get rid of that higher interest payment. It's like refinancing your mortgage. When interest rates drop lower, it saves them money on interest payments over time. The company itself, OFS Capital Corporation, is what's called a business development company, or BDC. What that generally means is that they invest in small and medium-sized businesses, usually by providing them with loans or investing in their stock. They are structured to pass most of their income through to shareholders, which often makes them attractive for income-focused investors. So, when they manage their own debt, like these notes, it directly impacts their ability to pay dividends and grow. The filing is signed off by the Chief Executive Officer, Bilal Rashid. This is standard practice to show that the company's leadership is aware of and responsible for this important announcement. It's a formal nod to the fact that this decision has been vetted at the highest levels. And what accompanies this announcement? Well, you'll find details in the exhibits. This particular filing points to Exhibit 99.1, which is the actual notice of redemption. This is the official document sent to the holders of these notes, telling them all the specifics of how and when they'll get their money back. Now, what does this really mean for OFS Capital Corporation and its investors? By redeeming these notes, they are cleaning up their balance sheet. They are eliminating a debt obligation that was costing them a certain amount of interest. If they can replace this debt with something cheaper, or if they have enough cash on hand, it frees up resources. It also signals that the company is actively managing its debt structure. It could mean they are confident in their future cash flows, or that they see a better use for their money than paying the interest on those 2026 notes. The fact that they have other notes due in 2028 with different interest rates suggests they are strategically managing their different debt maturities. Paying off a debt that was costing them 4.75% could be part of a broader strategy to optimize their cost of capital. Looking ahead, investors will want to watch how OFS Capital Corporation manages its remaining debt, particularly those notes due in 2028. The difference in interest rates between the 4.95% and 7.50% notes highlights the varying costs of capital they've secured at different times. Reducing their overall interest expense is a direct positive for their bottom line, meaning more profit can be held by the company or distributed to shareholders. This filing is a proactive move by OFS Capital to reduce its financial obligations and likely improve its profitability. It shows a company that is not just sitting back, but is actively involved in managing its financial health. It's a good sign when companies use their options wisely to reduce costs. Keep an eye on their future filings to see how this debt management strategy plays out and if they continue to optimize their capital structure. All right, that is our breakdown of OFS Capital Corporation's latest filing. What is your take on this debt redemption and what it signals for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.